Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Dr. Shweta, and I think many of you would be knowing me for them who I'm meeting for the first time. I'm a general practitioner and I practice as a clinic, and I'm also an health consultant at a corporate company. As we all know that it has been a really tough time, and we all have been fighting COVID, and the best fight for the COVID was to stay home. But yeah, education is also an important part of our life, and it is so important to groom our future lives. So now many schools have started their online classes, and as the classes have started, so I see a lot of parents and a lot of children, they are coming up here, and they are complaining of frequent health issues, which at the end of the day I figured out that it was more because of something related to their habits and their postures when they're attending the online classes. Now various schools have started the online modules, and where the children are allotted the time frame, and where they sit in front of the screen, most of the time laptops, and they have to spend a lot of time, and they're not prepared for this. And so they don't know how should they set, what should be their eating habits, and what is the time of rest they need. And because of all these things, it is leading to a lot of health issues. Now it is a long term debate whether online classes are really good or bad, but in my opinion, I think online classes is going to go a long way in the long run. And I think it is our future preparedness also. With the online classes, children might find it easy, just to get a revision, or they will not miss their classes. So I think it will be helpful, just that I think we are still on way ahead to get prepared for this. So in this video I will highlight few points. Basically it is more of a preparedness, as a parent, or what should you look into when you're, or as a children. I am of course the elder one. Those children who are studying in standard 5 and above, I think they themselves, they would understand once they watch the video, how to behave, how, what should be your habit formation when you're attending an online classes. Now the first thing in the row is preparedness. I think it is very important, both the parental preparedness, the school preparedness, and the children preparedness, the student preparedness, when they are about to start the online classes. Now most of the time school, and lot of schools, they have been working really hard, and they have figured out how to incorporate the online classes, and what should be the module, considering the screen time, considering the age of the students. But back at home, I think still we are not prepared. uh, so I think it is very important to get preparedness. First is we have to make understand what is the entire concept of online classes. The kids, they need to understand that no, this is something really important for them, so that they catch up with their studies, they catch up with their friends, they catch up with their teachers, and it's a routine which they have added to your life. For past 3 months since the lockdown, the schools were closed, and the kids, they were either staying at home, and they had not much of choice. They did a lot of variety of thing, painting, coloring, watching tvs, and many of the kids had little longer screen time as well. So their habits are completely off the shelf now. Now once the online classes have started, they have to come into a lot of, the discipline wise, they have to come into a fixed routine. So the first thing is, if your child is starting an online classes, first thing is it's a preparedness. The child has to accept the entire concept, and once the child accepts the entire concept, he will be ready to put in the changes as well. He will be ready to follow. The child will be ready to follow all the ergonomics changes, the food changes, the resting part they need to do once they're doing an online classes. uh, Preparedness means what? So there are a few things which we have to look into. The first preparedness is, first you have to, once the child is having a fixed routine, so make a routine which now runs according to their online classes. For example, say the kids are going to have start their online classes, say morning 9 to say 1 o'clock. So the child should be prepared for that, they should wake up early, have your breakfast, give little time within the breakfast and your online classes, because you will be sitting long on online classes. Once the classes are over, then again for your go for an afternoon lunch, then go for a little bit of rest, maybe a small nap, and then again in the evening little bit of play, then go back and get your rest of the studies, and then the night sleep. So kind of we have to give them a fixed routine, somehow fixed routine, which they are able to follow. The second thing in this is, since laptops, once they're going to do online classes on the laptop, the screen time is going to be really big. So you have to see that the kids reduce the other forms of screen time, like in the form of mobiles, televisions. So these all screen times they need to reduce. And the third thing is, it is always said that when you're going to do some form of a very organized task, so keep your mind prepared for that. It is very important that you follow some of your hobbies, so don't restrain your child from following hobbies. But I suggest that such hobbies should be something which elevates your mind. It gives you a new source of positive energies. It can be anything. It can be child might like learning, might love dancing, music, singing, coloring, painting. So they should incorporate such things also into their daily schedule, so that the life does not become monotonous for them. They have variety of things to do, and they feel good doing those stuffs. Otherwise I see the child becomes really frustrated. They have to sit and they have to study. After study they have to do their homeworks, and they're just not finding their own childhood. So I think it is important to we see that the child does everything and without getting strained out in anything in particular. Now the most important thing which I'm going to discuss, the next point, is the ergonomics. Now what does the ergonomics mean? See, initially ergonomics meant what? It meant that whatever it is the science of redefining a design of products. Products can be your chairs, your tables, your laptops, your working environment, according to the human use. Okay, so what does that mean? Now your child, when they're doing online classes, so they will be sitting, they'll be using a laptop, they would be sitting and seeing the classes. So now we have to make the place, we have to kind of upgrade the place as such that the child finds it comfortable, and they don't get health related, the issues for the health issues, like health issues could be like a back pain or a neck pain, shoulder pain, eye strain, leg pain once they are doing the online classes. So what are the important things you need to watch into when you're doing an online classes? First important thing is, please fix a table and a chair according to your size of your child. So what does that mean? So get a very comfortable chair, which has the handrest, where the child is sitting, he can keep the hand on the handrest. The table should be as such that when the child is sitting and he wants to write something, he finds it really comfortable to write on the table. It's not like he is bending to write it or he has to lift his hand to write it. The height of the table and chair should be comfortably placed. Yeah. And next is the laptop, the screen laptop. So you have to see that the child, when he's sitting in front of the laptops, his head, see this portion, matches the height of your laptop. So say per se a laptop is there and the child is seeing a laptop. So while seeing that laptop, so the height of my head should match the laptop. Okay, this, so that the child, while seeing the laptop, he's not kind of seeing like this, or he's not kind of seeing like this, because this position is when you're going your head like this or less like this, it is going to create a strain on your neck muscles. Your neck muscles will ultimately get fatigued after some time, and then the child will feel really uncomfortable. He'll always complain of the pain, kind of neck pain, the shoulder pain, and he might not find it, the child might not find it he might be very uncomfortable doing the online classes. And also keep the screen at a distance of at least a hand, one hand distance. So that gives a proper vision, so your eye adjustment, this all happens in the right way. Apart from that, one important thing is, when the child is sitting on the chair, give him a perfect, good cushioning, and you see that your chair. So I'll just show you the chair which I'm using. So see, the chair means they should have a good back support for the chair, right? So when the child is sitting, his head falls on the, the neck. He's able to support his neck here. Keep it a little soft, so that the child feels really comfortable when he's sitting on the chair. Okay, now coming to the legs. uh, uh, for keeping the legs, when the child is sitting, you see that he does not fold the legs. When you fold your legs, it creates a lot of strain on your knee joint, so that will also give a lot of strain. So you have to constantly motivate your child to follow a right postures. And it is very very important, like once you are seeing classes, doing online classes, you should take a break. Or if per se your school has provided a break, say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, do not forget to take that 10 minutes of break. So what can you do? One good thing you can do is move around in the room, do a little bit of stretching. It could be a simple stretching exercises, like the simple stretching kind of, maybe just moving around in the house, little bit of hand movements like this, up down. With the neck muscle also, you can give little bit, kind of little massage on the child's neck, kind of little bit of head, so that the child feels little good. Now coming to the next point, eyes. So when I spoke about the posture is very important, sitting straight postures. Now a child is too young to understand such things, so we need to constantly motivate them to follow such changes. It might take you every day, but once the habit is there, once the child forms an habit, it is lifelong. And it is going to help them once they get into their IT jobs as well. Once they get into a job where they have to sit for long, this will go in long run, kind of following in normal postures. And definitely you're going to prevent long-term complications because of sitting, the long-term health issues which you get because of sittings. Now coming to the eyes. Now see, your eyes are so important. So when you're looking at the laptop, your eyes are looking at a fixed gaze. You have to fix your eyes, and it always, you are seeing with your eyes a constant light source. Now what happens, one important thing which happens when you're seeing a screen for a long time is, see, you blink your eyes like this. So as you blink your eyes, a tear film is formed on the eyes which protects your eyes. Now while seeing the system for a long time, that blinking reflex is lost, and or it is decreased, and because of that the tear film is not formed. Commonly it would also be called as a dry eye. Many most of the time it is also called as a dry eye. So how to overcome this? One is, what you can do is, if you're working, you are seeing, the child is seeing the laptop, so after every 1 hour or so, when he takes a break, ask him to blink his eye for 10-20 seconds. That itself will form a tear film on the eyes. Maybe just ask him to close his eyes for 10 minutes and maybe just lie down in a relaxing posture. That will also give a little bit of relaxation to the eyes. Okay. Now the second thing, one more important thing is, you should take proper rest. The child should not be very physically fatigued out before classes, or after online classes. So don't allow them to take a very heavy sport activity just before they have their online classes, because they'll be definitely fatigued out, they might not be in the mood. So see that your child goes on a very milder, let them play, but see that they don't play a very aggressive play. This they can do after their classes are over, so they keep up their energy levels also. Okay, now you see the summers have come up. So even you are at home, even when you are at home, or you're into the AC, you might make the environment little cooler, but that does not protect you from getting dehydrated. Fluid, waters or electrolytes, they are very important to maintain your body functionality, the turgidity of the cells. So in a way, it is very important to keep up your postures as well. So see that your child drinks lot of water. So lot of water does not mean drinking, say, a 1 liter water at a time. It means like throughout the day, the child should keep taking little bit sips of water throughout the day, just to keep himself hydrated enough. Also, by taking water, We also kind of ensure that one is of course the hydration part, the second is your intestinal, your digestive tissues remain normal, and that it will help. So see, nowadays we have lot of seasonal fruits available. They can have all sorts of seasonal fruits, like they can have watermelon, mango shakes, lemon water, uh, buttermilk, coconut water. So many stuffs are there. You make sure that every day you give them some form of juice or shakes and all when they're doing their classes, especially in the afternoon. So this will see that they don't get dehydrated, and they will once with dehydration they might also feeling little fatigue, body aches, headaches, feeling uneasy. So of course the child will feel much better if they're already taking fluids. If your child is sick, if you feel that the child is having fever or he's feeling unwell, don't make him sit for long hours, because he might sit and watch, but that might just aggravate his problem. uh, One important, and the second thing is adequate rest. Make sure that your child sleeps a proper nap, at least 8-9 hours of good sleep at night. Avoid Don't allow him to, just make them understand that it's not good to watch TVs and mobile just before you're going to sleep. uh, Once the online classes are over, discuss with them, just take the feedback, how is the child feeling, because it's a new thing which the schools have introduced, and schools, students, parents, everyone, they are right now getting into the whole concept. So there might be many loopholes or something must be going on very good. So when you speak to the child, you'll be able to know what are the places where the child is feeling difficulty. Some child might pick up very quickly, some might find it little difficult. So it has got nothing to do with the IQ of the child. It might be just like how you take up the entire concept. So just talk with the child, discuss with the child, make him comfortable with the entire process, so that he feels good and he's able to incorporate the concept. One important thing above all these things is kind of um, ergonomics and everything. Now coming to the diet, now since lockdown has started, many of us have we have been having a good time to show our chef skills, and we all have been having good amount of good newer varieties of foods and drinks at the home. So kind of food has been little disturbed for many of them. Now it is very important to have a very healthy balanced diet, and we need to teach this to our children, to our students, especially those students who are now in standard 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and they're preparing for their entrance exams. The studies are now very career oriented studies, and they themselves are too much into career and studies. Upon that, parental expectations, school expectations, lot of stuffs are there. Now to match up with all this thing, you really have to have a very good balanced diet. Now if your child has been diagnosed with any deficiencies like calcium, iron, vitamins, vitamin B12, so they should take the supplement as prescribed by the doctors. And other than that, a proper balanced meal. What is the proper balanced meal? You are having proper 3 meal where you include little bit of cereals. Go for a mixed cereal, sometimes rice, sometimes chapati, sometimes the mixed dough, it could be and ju and kind of an bajra, oats, ragi. So just keep changing the cereals, so that with every cereal they will the variety of vitamins which you get increases as you include varieties in your diet. Another is going on a leafy vegetables are very very important. You need to take a lot of fibers. See, now so many seasonal fruits are available, so I done most of the fibers. With most of the fruits which you can eat whole, eat it whole. For them you cannot eat it whole, go on the juice or the squash form. Avoid taking those cold drinks and all, they don't serve the purpose. And apart other than this, taking a good source of protein, like say dal. Protein is very important. So you're going to sit for a longer time, so support your muscles and your spine, your bones. It is important to include a lot of proteins and calcium in your diet. So calcium would come from most of the dairy stuffs, eggs, there are many various stuffs for that. Vitamin A, like carrots, a lot of tomatoes, a lot of fruits have a lot of vitamin A, which will help in their eye, which will keep the good health of the eyes. And protein might come from dal. So likewise, they have to eat everything. The food should be as such that every meal gives them the maximum stuff. Completely avoid junks for them. I see they don't take lot of junks. Why it is important? Because see, the child has to sit for long, so sitting for such long hours make them feel very bloated. So you had a very heavy meal, so when you sit for the class, you're already feeling very bloated, uncomfortable, little, gassy, burning in the chest. So this all will create a lot of discomfort to the child when he's sitting in front of the screen and he is studying. So we have to see that we take care of this. So at the end of our discussion, I'll just sum up the points. One is, first is preparedness, second is your ergonomic, the place where the child is sitting and studying, third is proper balanced meal, proper fluids, adequate rest, stretching or some form of exercises or the normal sports activities, and the third is discuss with the child. It is very, very important to talk to your child, discuss to their child. I hope this entire video will help you a lot, because I see a lot of patients who have been coming with this, and I sometimes do not get time to explain in detail of so many, in detail about all these things. I hope this video will help you all in understanding the concept. And you can also follow me on my Facebook page, which is Health Awareness from Your GP by Dr. Shweta Kumar on Facebook and also on Instagram. So I keep updating new things, the common diseases which keeps coming, and for which you actually have to have some form of lifestyle modifications. I feel is once you are informed, you're going to stay safe. So I'm trying to increase awareness. I try to put up such points, and I hope that is useful for all of you. And then thank you for watching the video, and I hope it is useful. Bye.